Oh. It's coming up yet, so is my chat broken or are we just... There we go. Caleb James, welcome to the show. We have a card ready and willing to go. There she is, the lovely secretary, thank you very much. Has somebody shared out the link? Ah, it's a raging chaos. Neither, I've asked, the secretary's already straight on it. Look. Where the fuck is my wrench, bitch? The wrenches will be redistributed as and when. Samurai, welcome, welcome. This is the Digital Wrestling Syndicate sandwich with a slice of dessert, which is Blazed Radio after the finishing of the sandwich. We had HWA, we've got me, the filling, we've got Mama on top. Woo! The second piece of bread, and then we've got Blazed Radio, aka Leaning Towards Death, coming as your dessert. A full night ahead of you, look. Let's get this underway. This is going to be a #1 contenders match. These three women all on equal ranking points. The Lillian Star, Cassie, Madam Red, and Miss Jiggles. Welcome, Chris Clark. And as always, it's nice to see you. Nice. Welcome to UKWF Presents Free Lions Wrestling from Wembley Arena in the United Kingdom, of course. These three ladies all high in the rankings, virtually on equal points, so therefore a straight up triple threat. First one to get a pinfall takes home the chance for the Goodbye 2K18 show to walk out the women's champion of Free Lions Wrestling. There you go, Chris, your paperwork has been processed. Thank you very much. No worries, Chris. Welcome, Jiggles, and coming down to the ring first, former knockout women's champion, standing at 5 feet 10 inches to 150 pounds. She is the Lady of the Red Lounge, Cassie Madam Red. AKA Hot Piece of Cass. I don't care, War, you can nut punch me all you like. That is one hot ass in the ring. Look at it. Chris Clark calling for Cassie for the win. Here is our up-and-coming youngster, the Lillian Star. The Lillian, 5 feet 10 inches tall and 132 pounds from New York City. The daughter of the Impact player Fred Starr. Here to make a name for herself tonight. Giving herself a chance at an opportunity at gold and to leave the last women's champion. No problem, Mama. Feel free to talk as much or as little as you feel like. No judgments here. Goddess of Pain, I see ya. You may be hiding, but we can see them eyes peeking in. And just to let you know, as the show is now live, Knockout Women's Championship is open for challenges, as is the Iron Skull. So your current champions, Cotton Candy and Frozen Rage, your asses are on notice. The target is on your back. At any minute tonight, we could see you going into action, whether you like it or not. And finally, coming down to the ring, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, 120 pounds, from London, England. She giggles when she jiggles, and she jiggles because she giggles. She is Miss Jiggles. Unique bunny hops as she's in the ring there. All good to go. Pick your winners here. First pinfall submission takes away the opportunity. That's right, send your Skype messages to challenging for the Iron Skull or Knockouts Women's Challenge to the Free Lions Wrestling UKWF back office. You'll find her in my Skype chat. Send her the message there and we'll see who we can get on. See who's going to take on Frozen Rage or Cotton Candy. Side suplex there from Madam Red. Lillian Star going up top. Big mistake from the youngster. High knee to the head there. Sets her up. What's she got in mind here? Backbreaker across the top turnbuckle. Cassie now showing a dark, devious side here. Uncovering that top turnbuckle. Exposing the metal hook. Jiggles whipped into the ropes. No, over the top. Cassie now going to bring her in the hard way. No, blocked there by Jiggles. Tosses her aside like a used tampon. Thank you very much, Pete and Blaze. The Lillian whips Cassie into the ropes. Fez press, no. Dropping the back of her skull on the mat. Jiggles just taunting this crowd, trying to get behind her. Comes in. Hits tornado, Hurricane Rana there. Takes down the Lillian Star. Grabs Cassie Madam Red by the hair and tosses her across the ring. Jiggles now goes up to the middle rope. Phoenix Splash takes out the Lillian Star. Cassie Red getting out of the way just in time. Pull back high knee there from Cassie. Cassie now going up top. Calls for Jiggles to get to her feet. The Lillian arse down, or face down, arse up on the outside. Jiggles catches her. And that's no worries. Arm drag takedown by Lillian Star. Now turns her attention. Big knee there to the head of Cassie Madam Red. Jake Bagwell, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. Okay, the Lillian Star leg caught. Dragon screw takedown. Jiggles laid out in the corner still. Arm drag takedown though by the Lillian. Looks for the running bulldog, but blocked by Cassie. Jiggles just storming around, and here it comes, the long kiss goodnight. Jiggles now gets caught by Cassie. Has her up. No, Jiggles falls through. Inverted DDT, and Cassie rolls to the outside. Is Jiggles going to take advantage of the long kiss goodnight, or has she waited too long? 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 by the youngster. Jiggles now has her up. Holy shit, hung her up on that top rope, almost decapitated the youngster. The Lillian Star must be out cold now. Cassie breaking up the pin before the 1 count, going for a pin of her own. Jiggles misses 1, and Lillian kicks out on 1. Jiggles again goes to stalking from behind. Cassie now turns her attention to her though. Maddie Mad Cattle, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice. Cassie now basement drop kick to the side of the head of Lillian. Drags her to the centre of the ring. Hooks her leg for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Jiggles sat on the outside. Lillian takes a stiff kick. Raven the secretary, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Nice. Lillian forces Cassie away with the strength in her legs. Jiggles now back in the ring. The Lillian hasn't seen her. Eats the top turnbuckle. Whipped into the corner now. The Lillian fights her way free with a knee strike. Has Jiggles up on her shoulders. Welcome, Bullet. Welcome to the show. It's nice to see you, fella. To see you. Nice. Tornado backbreaker there. Jiggles now goes up top. 640 splash there, taken down Cassie. Cassie laid out, legs hooked now, down for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out just in time on 2. The Lillian into the ring now. Cassie laid down, face down in the mat. Tossed out of the corner. The Lillian goes up. What a punch to the head there of Jiggles. Drop kick. Drops her again. Ducks under. Double foot stomp there. Drives Jiggles into the mat. Cassie laid out still. The Lillian in for the pin. Hooks for leg. 1 count. No. Cassie kicks out. Been left too long there. Recovered just enough to get out. Cassie slips out from between the thighs. Mighty Minerva. Nice to see you, nice. Cassie shoots for legs of the Lillian. Hooks for leg for the pin. 1, 2, and just in time Jiggles breaks their count. Trying to kick each other and hit each other over the top of the Lillian. The roll up. They're kicked on the jaw. Jiggles must be out now. The Lillian trying to get to her feet. Referee down for the count. And a kick out just before the 3. The Lillian was nowhere to be seen. Cassie had every opportunity then. The Lillian seems to be more interested in trying to get this crowd behind her in the action. Basement DDT there. Misses with a drop kick to the knee. Kick to the stomach there by Cassie. Whips her across the ring into that exposed turnbuckle and watch her drop to the floor in pain. Jiggles now, legs hooked. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Stiff kick to the spine, only seems to have pissed Jiggles off. Has her up, tosses her across the ring. Cassie eating the mat the hard way. Now whipped out onto the apron. Jiggles drops her with the right hand to the floor. And all 3 women are now on the outside. Jiggles though tosses her back in. The Lillian slowly getting to her feet. The roll up. Leg hooked. And a 2 count. Cassie now brought to her knees in front of the Lillian. Misses with a kick because she gets out. Blade charge to Ghost. Nice try. And here goes the long kiss goodnight. Can I get one of those? Someone want to tuck me in? Give me the long kiss goodnight? No? And Cassie Madam Red picks up the victory, and she'll go on to face the champion at the Goodbye 2K18 show. Congratulations, Cassie Madam Red. We're going to see a few number 1 contendership matches here tonight. There's that 640 splash. Unsuccessful pin, but here she is, your winner of the match. And your number 1 contender for the women's title, Cassie Madam Red. There we go. Let's see, we're gonna go with a 3-word. This man impressed in his well, his opportunity at tag team, but put on such a good show on his own against two men, I've decided to give him the opportunity to earn a title shot. But he will be going up against the two highly rated stars of Demented O'Connelly, and lastly, William Haight. Here we go. So the Manly Man, the Showtime, and the Straight Up Ruthless. Take your picks here. Who do you think's coming away number one contender for the light heavyweight title of Three Lions Wrestling? Like I said, Vernon Quinn impressed in his 2-on-1 handicap match, putting on a show. Almost took the victory on several occasions. If it wasn't for Johnny Winston finally managing to get the pin, that man there could be on tag team gold hunting grounds. But we have William Haight, a member of Ruthless Inc. UK. I have indeed, Jiggles, I have indeed. And Demented O'Connelly, the Manly Man, has always wanted to get his hands on Victor Mason, and now is his opportunity. But first, coming down to the ring, standing at 6 feet 3 inches tall, 230 pounds, from Missouri, USA, he is Showtime Vernon Quinn. Not short on confidence, said he could run the tag team division on his own, almost showing that he could by taking on two men at once. Now he's going to get a chance to take on another two men, but this time they're all vying for each other for that number one spot of Victor Mason's gold. And coming out to the ring now, your Manly Man, standing in at 6 feet 1 inches tall, 220 pounds, from Chroma City, he is Demented O'Connelly. No worries, Jake. Take care, fella. I'll be here for a little while before Survivor goes on. No problem, Raven. Rest up. I know you've had a tough day today. Take it easy. And the final member of this triple threat. He is a member of Ruthless Inc. He stands at 6 feet 5 inches tall, 235 pounds. From London, United Kingdom, he is William Haight. the cousin of Bill Haight Jr. Bear, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. To see you nice. Kick back, relax. This is Free Lions Wrestling, where we don't judge. Let your freak flag fly. I have 2K19. I am just finishing up with 2K18 over the next 2 or 3 shows, and then we'll be moving on to 2K19. You may have seen some creation streams of some of the superstars that may be fighting within Free Lions Wrestling UKWF next season. Naughty but nice, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Well, nice. William Haight straight in there with a German suplex. Showtime going straight for his wood. Wasting no time getting the wood. William Haight, big suplex there. Brings down Demented O'Connolly the hard way. Vernon sets his wood up in the corner. Yes, I am also British. Vernon Quinn fights his way out. Kick to the stomach. Slams William Haight against the wood. William Haight returns the favour. Demented now wants some wood. Has it in his hands. Sets it up in the corner. Vernon Quinn now whipped across the ropes, or across the ring into the corner. Set up on that table. Demented O'Connolly with a drop kick, misses. Fisherman suplex, tosses Demented across the ring. Vernon Quinn still laid against that table. Demented now up to his feet, gets caught, but reverses, suplex of his own. Whipped across the chest. Demented springboard moonsault landed on Vernon Quinn in the centre of the ring. William Haight's kick too slow. Demented gets a hold of him. Has him set up. No. Reversed. William Haight now. Again reversed. Okay, Bear. Bye-bye. Back and forth between these two in the corner. But finally, it looks like Demented O'Connolly's about to get the wood. And we have our first elimination. The Manly Man taking the wood to the back. Mark Caliber, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. Nice super kick from Vernon Quinn landing on the jaw of William Haight. Vernon now up top. Calling for William Haight to get to his feet. Slowly he rises. Axe handle misses there. Demented wasn't ready. William Haight kick to the stomach. Tosses Vernon Quinn into the corner. Vernon though fights his way out yet again. Back and forth between these two. Knife edge chop across the chest of William Haight. Drops him to the floor. Vernon Quinn though brings him back to his feet. Grabs him by his hair. Drags him across the ring. Snapmare takedown. The head of William Haight now between the thighs, but he slips out, pulls out should I say. Jawbreaker there from Vernon Quinn. Whipped into the corner, sets him up on that table. Is Vernon Quinn looks like he's about to win the match. And a power bomb, and William Haight receives the wood. And Vernon Quinn grabs this opportunity with both hands and goes on to be the #1 contender to face Victor Mason. Gordson, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Nice. And I don't think I said hello, Zerk, but welcome, Zerk. Guess what? Nut shot, motherfucker. Vernon Quinn, big knife edge chop across the chest. This was the moment that it all come to an end. Vernon Quinn had him up. Buckle bomb there through the wood. William Haight getting a taste of his own medicine. And showtime. Vernon Quinn takes the victory. Yes, I'm a cunt, Zerk. We know this. You've been her for a while. I just noticed what you put originally. I so wish I'd caught up on that quicker. But we have some action going on backstage. I said the targets were on their back, and they were, because Cassie, Madam Red, fresh from her victory from earlier, is going after the Knockout Women's Champion, who's not even dressed for the match. She's just hanging out backstage doing her slutty things out there, you know. She found a pole, she's up there, she's dancing. I noticed you were here, Mr. Demented. You got here just in time to get down to the ring. I saw it. Whisper Fire, welcome to the show. Nice to see you, nice. Cassie, you win this match and I'll say it. If you lose this match, I ain't saying shit. As I was saying, Cotton Candy out back found a pole to dance on. Caught the attention of a few men. Cassie, Madam Red's decided, fuck it, I'm going to take that bitch's title. Let's go for it. Cotton, as I said, not even dressed for the match, grabs Cassie, Madam Red by the hair, and as soon as this match finishes, another Knockout Women's Challenge will be open. Fastest woman in gets her chance. Double underhook backbreaker there from Cassie on Cotton. Cotton now tossed into those speaker boxes head first. I'm sure she's hit her head on a lot harder things. Or should I say she's taken a lot harder things. Cassie, Madam Red made to eat the feet. Cotton now has Cassie by the back of her hair. Tosses her into the speaker box herself. Leant up against it. Bitch slap across the face. Looks to scoop her up, but Cassie reverses with a knee strike. Back elbow from Cotton. Back and forth. Big slap across the chest. Russian leg sweep from Cotton now. Centre of the hallway. And there she is, shaking that booty. Brings Cassie back to her feet. Big elbow strike to the face. Cassie now elbow strike back of her own. Cotton now tosses Cassie into the locker room. Brings her slowly back to her feet. Tosses her into the locker. Sets her up. And again, bounces her head inside that locker. Kick to the stomach. And a super kick across the jaw. And another to Cassie's face. Cassie now laid out. Cotton Candy not wanting to let go of this Knockouts title. Tossed into the locker again. Someone's dirty gym bag there. Cassie going face first into it. Cotton now just staring, watching as Cassie sways in the breeze. Stop staring so lovingly at her and get on with it. Big right hand. And here comes a slut drop. Across the chest, and Cotton Candy walks out victorious, still with the belt. So Cassie, Madam Red, unsuccessful in taking away the Knockouts Women's Championship. Who's going to take that gold away from Cotton Candy? We're going to move on to some tag team action. Hell's Angels earned a shot at the tag team gold, so we're just going to let them battle it out before next week's show, just so we get an idea of what's coming on. We're going to make it a tag team war. So this is the team of Devilish, and Spider versus the Hit Squad. Alexander Ross and Kendrick West. Whoops, wrong bit. Well, she couldn't have been that bad. Bill decided to take her home and marry her. Remember, she is Bill's ex-wife. So we're going to see some tag team war between Hell's Angels and the Hit Squad. Before next week when they actually go for the title. That could have been anything. Even Japanese hookers. Other hookers are available, just so I don't get done for trading and promoting certain types of hooker over others. This will be a tornado tag team war, no rules, falls count anywhere. Gives these two teams an opportunity to get a look at each other before they fight for the gold. If the team on the left, Hell's Angels, can pick up the victory and have that momentum behind them going into the championship match, or will the champs lay the smacker down on these two Hell's Angels and show them why they are where they are? Take your pick, Hell's Angels or Hit Squad. Who do you think's gonna win? Let's find out. Coming out to the ring first. Coming in at a combined weight of 743 pounds, made up of Devilish and Spider. They are your Hell's Angels. Devilish on the left as you look at your screen, Spider on the right. Devilish claims to come from hell itself. Spider, well, you'll just find him in your local nightclub. He comes passed out drunk. Cleaners won't wake him. Wakes up, walks out the front door, and here he is tonight. Before he gets to go at it all over again. The challenge is waiting for the champions to come down to the ring. Devilish calling them on. Spider limbering up. And here we go. Coming out now at a combined weight of 565 pounds. From the capital city, London, United Kingdom, they are Alexander Ross, Kendrick West, the Hit Squad. There you see their tag team gold around the waist. Nobody been able to take away this tag team gold from them just yet. Are Hell's Angels going to be the team to do it? Can they get victory here to build momentum for the next show? The night where every piece of gold is on the line. As we close the doors on UKWF and Three Lions Wrestling. West straight out the ring. Ross takes a clothesline, dropping him to the floor. West straight away going for the steel chair. Sees Devilish in the corner, unleashing this steel chair shots to him. But Devilish straight back up to his feet. Tosses that chair aside. Looks to grab West from behind but misses. Snap suplex there. Spider working over Alexander Ross in the centre of the ring. Russian leg sweep there. Double axe handle there to Alexander Ross. Neither team in full control, but now is this the opportunity for the Hit Squad take it. Alexander Ross working over Spider. West working over Devilish. DDT, big right hand, drops Alexander Ross to the floor. No, I can't hold myself for another 4 hours. I don't know, I'll run my card until I'm finished, and then... Are you looking to drive Survivor early, Mama? Is that what you're saying? Shoots for legs from underneath him. Alexander Ross raining down right hands on the head of Spider. Stomp across the face. Devilish calling for Kendrick to get to his feet. Double X handle misses. West forearm smash into the face of Devilish. Comes running in. Clothesline drops him to the outside. West now has him up. Gut buster. There, drops him on the knees. But Spider, Samoan drop to Alexander Ross in the ring. Yeah, I was honestly expecting Hugo to go longer than he did. That's possibly why there was an ask of a change. Although, 2 count there from Kendrick West. Spider over the leg hooked. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Stomp across the back of the head of Alexander Ross. Now stomping away on the chest. Devilish sizing Kendrick on the outside. Has him up. And I think he's just sending him to hell. Spider now wrenching back on the face of Alexander Ross. Is he going to tap out? Big right hand drops Kendrick West to the floor. Elbow drop to the knee. And a deep 6 from Spider. And a 2 count on the outside. Ross now fights his way free. Back and forward, Kendrick West from the outside drops the fist on the head of Devilish. Alexander Ross has control of Spider. Brainbuster there. Lung blower. Legs hooked on the outside. Referee, get down, do the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And the Hit Squad walk out victorious over Hell's Angels and can carry the momentum into the tag team gold match. There you see the end of days there. Driving Kendrick West to hell. Deep 6. Kendrick West dropping from the outside, dropping the fist on the head of Devilish. Here's that brainbuster from Alexander Ross. But the winners of this match and your tag team champions, they are the Hit Squad. Don't forget that UKWF and Three Lions Wrestling will be holding a Slaughterhouse Tag Team Tournament. There'll be 2 brackets, 16 teams in total, split across the way. Bracket A and Bracket B winners will fight each other for the right to go on and be a member of the Slaughterhouse roster. That will be on Sunday the 14th of October. But it looks like the Iron Skull is being challenged for already. And our champion, Frozen Rage, I said he had a target on his back, and he did. Frozen Rage versus Caleb James out the back. Will Frozen Rage retain his gold, or is Caleb James going to make a name for himself and take away the Knockout Championship? Don't forget, Knockout Championship and KO Championship is open. The moment this match starts, the Knockout or the Iron Skull Championship will be open for its next challenger. All you need to do is go see the woman in the office, my lovely secretary, and she will update me as soon as she knows something's going on. But Caleb James spins Frozen round, gets right in his face. Frozen taking exception, knocks a right hand to the jaw and another. But Caleb now comes fighting back. Tosses him into the locker room. Gets a hold of that trash can and bashes it over the back of the head of Frozen Rage. Frozen now laid out on the floor. Caleb James wasting no time. A stomp to the small of the back. Brings him to his feet. Frozen though. Arm drag takedown into the steel chair. Big left hand drops Caleb down to the floor once again. Tosses him out of the locker room. Falling over the trash can as he enters the hallway. Butterfly lung blower there, driving all the air out of the lungs of Caleb James. Arm drag takedown though by James. Still got a bit of fight left in him. Has him up. Frozen rolls through. Pins don't mean shit in this match. You two have got to knock each other the fuck out. Sleeper hold neck breaker there. Brings Caleb James back to his feet. Drags him down the hallway. Tosses him into the speaker boxes, bouncing him off it. Big boot and again bounces him off it. Uranagi slam. Frozen now brings Caleb back to his feet once again. Caleb fights his way free though. Comes running in. Frozen blocks, kick to the stomach. Tosses him into the speaker boxes again. Lent up against him. Big right hand across the back. Elbow back strike there. Fireman's carry takedown. Frozen Rage in control once again. Looks for the uppercut, blocked. Big right hand rocks Frozen. Big spine buster there from Caleb James. Caleb now up on that speaker box. Frozen Rage in the zone for the elbow drop, but missed. Caleb eats nothing but the floor with that one. Caleb's still the first man back to his feet. Frozen only now just starting to show signs of life. The arm breaker there. Caleb James mocking him, doing press-ups, talking shit into his ear. Is that going to backfire on the young star? Frozen up, misses with a leg drop. Caleb James quick enough to get out of the way. Stomp to the stomach, brings Frozen up to his feet. Toss. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of my office. Big slap across the chest. I'm going to have words with my secretary. That door's supposed to be locked when I leave. Big European uppercut there from Frozen Rage. Tosses him back into the office yet again. Bounces him off the desk. Frozen now waits for Caleb to get up. Avalanche kick. And Frozen Rage walks away. Still your Iron Skull champion. So Frozen still has the target on his back. Who's going to be the man to take it away from him? Well, way to go, Rage. I need a better lock on my door. I need to start sticking Mini Wolf in there so he can go smack some people with these 2x4. We're going to move on to some tag team action. The women of Ruthless Inc., who won under controversial circumstances of a count out, but these women within the tag team division have decided they're taking an exception and don't believe that Ruthless Inc. should be running the tag team division or should be singing high on their own praises after picking up a count out victory. So they believe that the A-listers can be the ones to teach him a lesson. Well, but if you want to put a challenge out, I know you don't have Skype. You need to say something in the chat and let the secretary see it. Because if it's quicker, you may just get your wish. So here we have the A-list icons wanting to challenge the women of Ruthless Inc. UK. Bullet wants in. Oof. We'll see how that pans out. Remember, women, the Knockouts Championship is still up for grabs. If anyone feels like challenging Cotton Candy, damn you load times. Thank God 2K19 sorted that out. But Mighty Minerva was a surprise adding to the ranks of Ruthless Inc. UK, bringing along Nyx as well. Both these women from the Mount Olympus, and the A-list icons just think they're the top bitches of their tag team division. But here we go. On your left we have Jem Pierce. On the right, shaking her booty, we have Lexi. They come in at a combined weight of 338 pounds. They are your A-list icons. There they are, back to back. Synchronized movement, their legs are a little bit slow. I like to call Jen Pierce Thunder Fires because look at those legs, they're thick. A-list icons ready and waiting. Are they waiting just for an ass kicking though? Because down to the ring comes two women who don't fuck about. Coming in at a combined weight of 482 pounds from Mount Olympus, they are Ruthless Inc. UK. Tiju 22, how's it going? Nice to see you, nice. I need you to hit me up on Skype at some time soon, fella. Just need to ask you a couple questions. There we have Minerva and Nyx. Minerva and Nyx both recently added to the ranks of Ruthless Inc. UK. And what a powerful combination we have there. Blade Charge, I also need you to hit me up on Skype. I've sent you a message, you've just not replied. Hit me back. Jen Pierce and Minerva start this match off, and look at that, straight away Minerva showing her dominance here of Jen Pierce pushing her aside like she was nothing. Jen no. Fireman's carry takedown. Big right hand. Side headlock, knee to the face of Minerva. Minerva now fights back with a right hand of her own. Looks for the suplex, no. Jen Pierce blocks with the elbow strikes to the side of the head. Okay, TJ, apologies. I may not have seen that one. I have been out of the office today. What a face buster there from Jen Pierce on Minerva. Picks her up, big right hand, spins around, but Minerva fights out of that grip from behind with the elbow strikes to the head of Jen Pierce. Scoops her up. Jen Pierce though fights back with a bulldog. Suplex. Doesn't hold on for the pin because the legs were tied up on the ropes. Nyx there just standing watching as this unfolds right in front of her. Spins around, brings her to her knee. Big right hand. Now brings her to her feet. Spinning neck breaker there to Minerva. Jen Pierce in control at the moment. Not being smart though, in the wrong side of the ring, but still in control. Kick to the stomach. Looks for that DDT, drives Minerva's head. Minerva now looking for a tag to Nyx. Nyx though, too slow. Minerva gets a hold of Jen Pierce, tosses her into the corner of the icons. Scoops her up, but out she comes through the back door, inverted DDT. Stomp to the small of the back. Jen Pierce now tosses her into the corner. Kick to the midsection, headbutt. Big right hand. Minerva now draped across that bottom rope. What's Jen Pierce got in mind here? That basement dump. Minerva kicks out. Minerva slowly gets to her feet. Jen Pierce comes down, DDT from the middle rope. Dropping down, Minerva's head bouncing off the mat. Not finished with her yet though, drives her into the mat once again. Neither of the team's tag partners getting involved so far. Hurricane Runner there takes down Minerva. Jen Pierce cuts her off at the pass. Minerva quickly though spins out of the way. Sidewalk slam there. Drives Jen Pierce into the mat. Is this to be the opportunity for Minerva to tag in the fresh Nyx? No, she just goes straight in for the kill. Slams her down to the mat with authority there. Big clothesline. Jen gets up, ducks under Minerva. Bag drop. Calls for Jen Pierce to come at her again. Spine buster, drives her into the mat. Minerva calling for the end. Brings Jen Pierce to her feet. Big right hand. Has her up. Spin out, sit down, power bomb there. Tosses her aside, now goes to work on the shoulders, stomping between the blades. What we got hit here? Submission hold locked in. A Romeo special into the Dragon Slayer hold. But Jen Pierce refuses to give up. A punch to the head of Minerva. Minerva though picks her up. Spine buster there. Grabs her by the legs. Spins her to the side. And this is it. Nick's now getting involved. But is Jen Pierce going to get over to her corner? Yes, she is. And in comes Lexi. Looking for the clothesline. Doesn't take Nick's off her feet. Drop kick as well. Another clothesline. Nick staggers but still standing. And another drop kick. Backs her up. And another clothesline into the corner now. But Nix fights free with a boot to the face. Side suplex on the neck there of Lexi. Scoops her up. Through the back door goes Lexi. Forearm across the shoulders. Combination strikes now. Big clothesline takes down Nix. Stomp to the stomach. Big right hand. Into the pin. And a kick out before even the 1 count there by Nix. Nix slowly brought to her feet by Lexi. Blocks the punch, forearm of her own though. Grabs her by the head. Sets her up. Package DDT there. Head scissor takedown by Lexi though. The fight's still in this one yet. Whipped into the corner goes Nix. Nix fights away free, tosses Lexi into the corner, now whips her across the ring into the corner of Ruthless. Lexi fights away free, comes in from behind, back suplex there, drops Nix on her back. Whipped across the ring into the Icon's corner. Tags in Jen. What are we going to see here? And it's a coast to coast. Alley-oop, sit down, power bomb there from Lexi. Adam Guerin, welcome to the show. Nice to see you, nice. Or should I be calling you Johnny Winston? Leg hook for the pin, 2 count there. Knee to the small of the back, no, misses. Nix gets out of the way just in time. Scooped up, slips through the back, inverted DDT there. Jen Pierce now takes back control, waiting for Nix to get back to her feet. No problem. Submission hold locked in. Nix fights out. Whipped into the corner is Jen Pierce. In comes Minerva. Sits her up on that top turnbuckle. Double backdrop from the top turnbuckle. Minerva now hooks for legs. Dirty pin. And a 1 count. Jen Pierce kicking out. The dirty pin not coming off. Whipped into the corner. Minerva now sits Jen Pierce up on that top turnbuckle. Looks like Jen's about to go for a ride. And it's a superplex from the top rope. Stomp to the small of the back. Minerva now brings Jen to her feet. Short arm shoulder block there. Jen Pierce now, smart move, tags in Lexi, the fresher of the 2 women. Lexi though, instead of going to work, taunts the crowd, showing off here. Minerva whipped into the corner. Tossed across the ring. Into the corner of Ruthless, big bitch slap across the face. Hangs her up over the top turnbuckle, rubbing salt in the face of Nyx. Double knees across the stomach there of Minerva. Drives her through. Minerva though rolls over, looks to try and get to her corner, but now Lexi gets a hold of her, drags her over to the A-lister's corner. Hooks her leg for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Stomp to the small of the back. Lexi now looks to be going up top. Calls for Minerva to get to her feet. Minerva catches her, spins her around, tosses her up in the air in snake eyes. Minerva now goes up, drops that booty on their chest. I know guys that will pay good money for that sort of action. Minerva backs up into the corner. Cool, calm and collected is the woman of Ruthless Inc. Lexi now blocks the right hand forearm of her own. The running bulldog there. Minerva trying to crawl out to get to the corner, but Lexi cuts the ring off. Big kick to the small of the back. Lexi now looks to bring Minerva to her feet. Wishes she hadn't, because Minerva drives a knee into the face of Lexi, dragging the lifeless carcass across the ring. And in comes Nyx. I smell trouble, this way comes. Big forearm across the back of the head. Nyx brings Lexi up to her feet. And here's that package DDT. And it looks like Lexi's getting to fly first class. Air Nyx. Because round and round she goes. Where she drops, only Nyx knows. Center of the ring, perfect position. Nyx letting this crowd know that she's here. Forearm, clothesline. Ducks under, super kick across the jaw there of Lexi. Stops her from making the tag. Stomp to the small of the back. Now a stomp to the arm, looking to break it. Lexi back to her feet. Scooped up, but slips through the back. Neck breaker delivered to Nyx. And again, Lexi deciding to show off to the crowd after just performing a neck breaker. Kick to the stomach. And another neck breaker there. This time staying on top of Nyx, brings her to her feet, whips her into the corner of the Icons, tags in Jen Pierce, and it looks like Jen Pierce is about to fly yet again. Here's that coast to coast. And the alley-oop, sit down power bomb there from Lexi, rubbing salt in the wounds. Jen Pierce sets her up, looks like we're going to get the pin. Leg hooked, down, 1, 2, and a kick out on 2 by Nyx. And this match still continues. Elbow strikes there from Jen Pierce. Fights away free. Nyx though quickly gets a hold of her. No, Jen Pierce slips through. Big inverted DDT there. Stomp to the back of the head. Stops Nyx from getting to her tag team partner. Cutting off the ring well. Excellent tag team work here by the A-list Icons. The boot across her chest there of Nyx. Drops her in the corner. Runs in with a knee strike. Misses. Nyx getting out of the way. Jen Pierce flips out. And here's that stunt rider abdominal stretch there. Stomp to the small of the back. What a leg drop. Whew. Again, I know guys that would pay good money for something like that. Misses with a kick there is Lexi. Flips out of the attempt by Nyx. Brings her up running. Meteora hooks for leg. 1, 2, and 3. And the A-list icons picking up the victory over Ruthless Inc. UK. I did not see that one coming. There's that clothesline. Package DDT there from Nix. Jesus Christ, we've run through this card like there's no tomorrow. And there you have your winners of this match, the A-list icons. Attention, War, Bullet, let's just double check that. War, Bullet and Demented. Get your asses down to the ring. War, Bullet, Demented, and the champ, Frozen Rage. Let's make sure this is right. It is. It's going to be a last man standing. Welcome back, Jake Bagwell. Poor Tater Tots. They never stood a chance. But it's going to be a 4-way snap, nap or tap chamber match. Last man standing walks away the Iron Skull Championship for tonight. I don't blame you for not wanting to choose between these three. And Frozen Rage being a champion that he is, I'm sure he wouldn't have backed down from a fight from these three either. Although I know you're a sucker for some tater tots. So maybe Demented just come in kindly with a plateful. And where's my bottle opener? There it is. Bagwell calling for Demented to pick up the victory here. Thank you very much, my secretary, for stocking the office with beer. Much appreciated. And the occasional snack. So if you hear me munching, I can't help it. Blame the secretary. But coming down to the ring first, he is the UKWF Super Heavyweight Champion. All I can tell you is he's 6 feet 11 inches tall, 363 pounds. The rest of his file that he gave me was redacted. He is a member of Eternity. He is codename War. Brandon Quavers, welcome to the show. Nice to see you, nice. I see Minerva's trying to guess where Codename War is really from. I'm sure he'd appreciate us all taking a guess. But there you see the newest member of Eternity here within the UKWF. He is War. The human fucking tank that he is. But coming out next, he's from Dublin, Ireland. 6 feet tall, 240 pounds. He is the dirty degenerate. Bad News Bullet. Not yet, he's not Cassie. Who knows what's going to happen after I close my doors before I reopen again. Demented, I can see what you're going with already. But there he is. Bad News Bullet. A former Iron Skull champion. Can he regain that belt tonight? But coming down to the ring, we've seen him once already tonight, but he is 6 feet 1 inches tall, 220 pounds, from Cromer City. Also a former Iron Skull champion, so this is a match of all former Iron Skull champions. War being the most crowned Iron Skull champion within this match. But he is the manly man, Demented O'Connolly. You was the first UKWF champ, Jake Bagwell. I'll be releasing tomorrow's card in the locker room, and it will be a lot of #1 contendership matches again. You may just find yourself in action to try and take the title away from Josh Wright. Who knows? But coming out to the ring last, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, 265 pounds. From your darkest fears, from the frozen abyss, he is Frozen Rage. Can Rage walk away? Still the Iron Skull champion tonight. The last opportunity to take that belt from around his waist before we go into tomorrow. Champion's right to take his time getting down to the ring. Slow, methodical. Who is going to fucking win this match? All former champions in there. Like I said, War the most decorated of them all. Held their title the most amount of times, the longest amount of defences. Frozen Rage second in those facts. Bad News Bullet and Demented O'Connolly both equal with just one chance or one title held. But there we go, the Iron Skull belt. Make your predictions now. All four men look ready to go. Well, except Frozen, who looks relaxed in the corner there. Demented goes after War. Bullet goes straight after Frozen Rage. Big clothesline drops War to the floor. Snap jab, big boot from Frozen to Bullet though. Frozen seems to have changed his mind and turned his attention across the ring and wants to go after Demented O'Connolly. Grabs him by the back of the head, picks him up and slams him down on his face. The roll up, the dirty deed there from Bad News Bullet to War. And again, Demented slammed down on his face. Big knee rocks the big man. It running STO there from Bullet. Bullet going up top. War still laid out. Where the fuck is Bullet going? Big elbow strike to the top of the head. Big knee from War to Bullet. Hurricane Rana there from Demented on Frozen. Bullet tossed across the ring like a rag fucking doll. War just too much for Demented to lift up. He falls on him in a cross body. Forearms to the small of the back. Demented now. Frankensteiner to War. Frozen Rage has his eyes set on Bullet on the outside. Spinning forearm there. Demented now wants some of Frozen as well. Locks him up from behind. Demented slips out. Forearm Frankensteiner delivered to Frozen as well. War face down, ass up. That's the way he likes to. You finish that one yourselves. But Bullet now goes to work on Demented. Snap jab. Tornado DDT. And a gut wrench power slam there from War on Frozen. War now turns his attention to the manly man, throwing him into the ring. Bullet picks up Frozen Rage. Tosses him into the ring now. All four men back inside. War has Demented up, hangs him up on that top rope. Turns his attention to Bad News Bullet. Sidewalk slam. No, it wasn't a side suplex. Bullet though fights his way free with a knee to the gut. Frozen has Bullet up. Bullet slips through. Inverted DDT. War wasting no time, comes after him. Eats an elbow though. Bullet managing to pick him up on his shoulders, but War fighting free with the elbow strikes to the side of the head. Demented now back in the ring. Big right hand. Butterfly. What a lung blower there. But it now goes to work on the ankle of War, looking to make him tap out. Snapmare takedown by Frozen. Now looking to go to work on that shoulder joint. War rolls to the outside for a rest. Jawbreaker from Frozen. Rocks Demented. Demented though slips through the back. Neck breaker. Waits for Frozen to get to his feet. Has him up on the shot. Here we go. The kapow kick. But no, Frozen Rage still in this match. Dragged to the centre of the ring. Oh no. Thanks to War and Bullet, we don't know what Demented was about to unleash on Frozen. Demented tossed to the outside. War leaves Frozen laying face down in the ring. Turns his attention to the two men on the outside. And I think we're about to see a Chaos Eater. No, Bullet falls through the back door. Inverted DDT. Frozen Rage drops to the floor now. Stomp to the back. Running STO from Bullet. Wrenching on that neck. Frozen turns his attention. No. Goes back to work on Demented. Demented with the elbow strike though. Fights his way free. Butterfly suplex there. Bullet now waits for War to get to his feet. Kick to the stomach. War. Dirty deeds. Drop. And we've got blood. The crimson mask now flowing on the face of Demented as he's bounced off that ring post. Tossed into the ring now. Picked up. And Bullet's been busted open as well. We have two crimson masks. War blocks that strike from Rage. Swats it aside. Kimura lock. Kimura lock locked in deep on Frozen, but he fights his way free. And here, no. Blocked there thanks to Demented. Demented has Frozen up. Tosses him into that top turnbuckle. Drops him to the floor. Frozen no. Shoulder block takedown. Stomp across the chest. Grabs him by the back of the neck. Lifts him up. Slams him down on his face. Bullet comes in but too slow. Eats a kick to the stomach. Fireman's carry takedown though. Frozen now brought back to his feet. Punch to the head. Frozen fights his way free yet again. Forearm across the back. And it looks like Bullet's about to go for the ride. No, powerbomb. Into the Boston Crab. German suplex there from War and Demented. Bullet's still in this match. Round and round Demented goes. Where he stopped, nobody knows. Frozen trying to get a War as he's spinning him round, and Demented has been knocked out by War's giant swing. So the manly man knocked out when he come crashing down from the War, swinging him round. Frozen now hits a forearm across the small of the back. Big suplex there. War wipes the sweat from his brow. Bullet now in the ring, has his eyes only on one man, and that is Frozen Rage. War looking a little bit gassed. Kick to the stomach, and here comes that Dirty Deeds. No, the big clothesline coming in from War saves Frozen Rage from that Dirty Deeds from Bad News Bullet. Sweeps the leg by War. War comes running in, and what a fucking clothesline. Almost takes the head clean off Bullet. And now we have him in a camel clutch. Is Bullet. And Bad News Bullet is tapped out. So it's down to these two. Frozen Rage and War. Forearm to the small of the back. Scooped up. Fall away slam there. Tosses Frozen Rage along the outside. Bounces him off the apron. War going to work. Those hammer fists now raining down on the head. Elbow strikes now trying to bust open the skull of Frozen Rage. Tossed into those steel steps. Not a single weapon involved in this match yet. War can't make up his mind what he wants to do. Walking backwards and forwards, thinking about it. Frozen now brought to his feet, tossed along the side of the ring. This is Frozen's opportunity to take control of this match. No idea where he seems to want to be taking War, but he's got a plan in mind. Stomp to the stomach. Kicks to the chest. Big forearm to the side of the head. War now brought to his feet. Tossed into the ring. German suplex, no. Forearm across the back of the shoulders. Tossed into the ring, now goes Rage. Who the fuck's going to win this match? And there's that camel clutch. And Frozen Rage is tapped out, and your Iron Skull champion yet again is the human fucking tank War. Congratulations, War, picking up the victory. And there he is. I've lost count how many times this man's won this belt. Determined to hold it. The human tank, Mr. Redacted himself. Codename War. And Eternity have some gold. Question is, who's going to take it from that man there? We'll have to wait until the next show to find out, because there is no more Iron Skull challenging available. But there is an opportunity for someone to go for the Women's KO Championship. Correct, a minute, correct. Although at the rate I'm going, technically I could get the card done tonight. Two out of three falls Hell in a Cell to crown the #1 contender for the Three Lions Wrestling World Championship. We have Pretty Boy Deuce, Mithras, and Johnny Winston. Johnny Winston earning his shot after picking up the victory over Vernon Quinn. It was part of the negotiations. Whoever picked up the victory in that match would be granted a title shot, or at least a chance at a title. So if Johnny Winston here can pick up the victory, he'll be in for a shot at the world title of Three Lions Wrestling. Pretty Boy Deuce, a former champion, had his title taken away by Brettick, who is our reigning champ at the moment and a member of the Vermilion Coven. And then you have Mithras, the self-proclaimed title machine, high in the rankings, claiming he should be the one to go forward to take on Brettick. Well, here we go. They have an opportunity to prove themselves now in this Hell in a Cell match. Coming down to the ring first. As I said, he's a former Three Lions Wrestling champion. Hailing from Miami, Florida. Standing at 5 feet 11 inches tall, 265 pounds. He is Pretty Boy Deuce. No problem, mama. Like I said, talk as much or as little as you want. And if you're new to the show, and those of you that aren't, at least smash me a thumbs up if you like it, a thumbs down if you don't. Hit the ding ding if you want to see more of my action and let me know, or let you know when I'm going live. Plus, if you hit it just right, I get a little tingling sensation just in my own. Anyway, HR have told me we need a can't carry on like that. But coming down to the ring now, 6 feet 6 inches tall, 290 pounds. From Monte Carlo, he is Mithras, the title machine. Looking like he wants to get himself a quick tan there with those lights. So here we go, making his way down to the ring now. Welcome D-Train, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's nice to see you, nice. This is the main event of the night. A triple threat, 2 out of 3 falls. Hell in a Cell for the #1 contendership to go on to face the champion at the end of Three Lions Wrestling's closing down show, shall we put it. Who will walk out that night as the last champion. Making his entrance slow and methodical. Feeding off the energy here. And last but not least, he's a veteran of the game, plying his arts, or plying his trade again, here in Three Lions Wrestling, standing at 6 feet tall, 245 pounds, hailing from Manchester, England. He is Johnny the Mauler Winston. Johnny getting thrown into this match after picking up the victory over Vernon Quinn. Granted an opportunity at a title. Well, here we go. If he can get the victory here in this match, that's exactly what he'll get. This was his opportunity now to step up. Cage now being lowered. Pretty Boy Deuce, Mithras, and Johnny Winston. Here we go. Shots to Pretty Boy. Tosses him in the ring. Johnny Winston going over to talk to someone in the crowd. Pretty Boy catches the leg, spins him round, arm drag, take down there. Johnny now comes in with a big boot, running to the side of Mithras. Belly the back suplex there from Pretty Boy. Stomps on the arm. Folds him up. Surfboard stretch there. Johnny rolls out. Lands on Pretty Boy for the pin, but kicks out before even a 1 count. Whipped into Mithras. There goes Johnny. German suplex. Pretty Boy now focuses on Mithras. Forearm. Whips him, no, pulls him back. Back elbow strike. Drops Mithras to the floor. Shoulder lock. No, fights his way free. Pretty Boy tossed across the ring. Johnny Winston taunting this crowd, trying to get him behind the local man here. Basement drop kick. Spinning neck breaker there to Mithras. Now he rains down shots on the head. Stomp to the stomach as he gets up. Side headlock. Putting all the pressure through the neck there. Full body weight coming down. Pretty Boy. Suplex there to Johnny Winston. Misses with a kick to the spine. Johnny though. Backdrop suplex there. Ducks under. Snap suplex. Boot in the back though from Mithras to Johnny Winston, who has him up. But Johnny fights his way. He gets free there, raining heavy shots on the head of Mithras. Fireman's carry takedown to Pretty Boy as he comes running in. Looks for the running bulldog. Pretty Boy blows him off. Forearm to the face. Spin out. No. Backdrop suplex again to Johnny Winston. Johnny now rolls out of the ring. Mithras scoops up Pretty Boy, but Pretty Boy runs free. Big right hand. Shoots for the leg. Bangarang there. Delivered to Mithras. In for the legs. Hooks the count. 1, 2. And a 2 count there from Pretty Boy. Stomp to the elbow joint. Mithras now laid out in the ring. No. Up to his feet. Tosses Pretty Boy over his shoulders. And Johnny comes in with a big boot to the chest. And a suplex from Winston to Mithras. Knee drop to the shoulder there. Hooks for leg for the pin. Pretty Boy breaks up the count. Backs up into the corner. Big chop across his chest. Kick to the midsection. And now Johnny Winston stomping a hold in the chest of Pretty Boy Deuce. Pretty Boy rolls to the outside. Mithras now slowly getting to his feet. Wow. Hooks for leg for the pin. 1, 2. And a kick out just before the 3. No first fall here for Johnny Winston. Brings Pretty Boy over to the corner. Dumps him on the top turnbuckle. Snake eyes. Short arm clothesline. Pretty Boy now turns his attention to Mithras, who's already been worked over by Johnny Winston. Brings Mithras to his feet. Scoops him up. No, Mithras slips through the back door. Forearm to the back of the head. Has him up in that bear hug. Trying to squeeze the air out of all their lungs. But Pretty Boy fights his way free, raining down elbow strikes. And that bell clap to the head. Ducks under Johnny Winston's attempt at a clothesline from behind. Delivers a suplex there. Mithras walks straight in. No. Counter. Pretty Boy now turns his attention to Winston. Winston blocks. Has him. Suplex there from Winston. Tosses Pretty Boy across the ring. Armbar, triangle choke. Locked in deep. But Pretty Boy fights his way free. Winston eats a punch to the stomach. Chop across the chest. No, blocked. Comes in. Judo toss there from Johnny Winston. Mithras now gets a hold of Winston. Crucifix into the pin. No, rolls him through. Round and round we go. And there it is. Finally he stops. Crucifix pin. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Big left hand there, and a bangerang locked in. Drives Mithras into the mat. Pretty Boy Deuce hooks the leg for the pin. Referee down for the count. 1, and a break up of the pin there by Johnny Winston. Snap suplex from Winston to Deuce. Winston, instead of going after Mithras, has decided to get the crowd going. Brings Mithras to his feet, but Mithras fireman carries takedown. Counters Winston. Now he's raining down shots upon his head. The Manchester Mauler eating some heavy right hands there from Mithras. Has him up. Powerbomb into the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out now into the Boston Crab. Is Johnny Winston going to tap out? Elbow drop from Pretty Boy as he gets back into the ring. Winston now rolls out to recover. Pretty Boy and Mithras left in the ring. Forearm across the back. Winston quickly back up to his feet now, gets back into the ring. Double underhook suplex. Pretty Boy wants to go after Winston. Big right hand. Grabs him, elbow straight to the back of the head. Double underhook suplex into the pin. And a 2 count off that. Winston pulls back the arm. Pull back clothesline there. Stomp to the arm. Looking for that submission lock deep in there. Mithras breaks it up though. None of these men able to get the first pinfall of submission yet. But Winston has Mithras up, points to the corner, runs him in there, power slam, brings him back to his feet. Has him up into the power bomb, down for the pin. Pretty Boy turned his back, and only a 2 count. Now we're into the Boston Crab. The referee taken out there by Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy has a hold of Winston. Suplex. Referee still laid out. The arm bar locked in, but the referee and the leg bar. Arm and leg bar locked in deep. Referee out cold though. Johnny Winston has nothing to worry about. He just slips out there. Thanks to the referee being out, Pretty Boy Deuce loosened his grip. Wow, what a move there by Johnny Winston, showing that he can get a submission hold locked in out of nowhere. Arms or legs being used to choke the life out of his opponent. Snap suplex rolled over into the pin. Mithras breaks up the count eventually though. Scoops up Pretty Boy, slams him down, hooks the leg for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out on 2. Johnny Winston brought to his feet. Counters. DDT there. Puts him down for the pin. Hooks for leg. 1, 2, and 3. Johnny Winston picks up the first pinfall. Johnny Winston 1. Mithras Pretty Boy 0. Can he get the second one? Back elbow strike. Big right hand to the head. Spins him round. Whips him into the corner. Sits him up on that top turnbuckle. Pretty Boy Deuce now back to his feet. Comes steamrolling in. Looks for the drop kick. Back drop from the top. Winston eats a jawbreaker though from Pretty Boy Deuce. Float over. Back drop there from Pretty Boy. And Pretty Boy's about to fly. Something that sparkly. The diving headbutt. 1, 2, and a kick out just before the 3. Mithras coming in with their axe handle there to try and break it up. Rake of the eyes from Pretty Boy. There's that double underhook into the suplex. Doesn't hold on this time for the pin. Elbow drop across the face. Winston slowly getting to his feet, and there it is again, that elbow drop again. Winston has his attention on Pretty Boy. Big suplex there, tosses him across the ring. Big European uppercut from Pretty Boy. Gets a hold of Winston, works on that shoulder joint, looking to wrench it out of socket. Mithras now tosses him into the corner. But Pretty Boy fights his way free and attacks that elbow joint yet again. Mithras now sat up. Mithras now dragged to the centre of the ring. Totting that ass up is Pretty Boy. Gut wrench suplex there. Pretty Boy whipped into the corner by Mithras. Blocked is the strike. Forearm comes swinging out. Pretty Boy now caught by Johnny Winston. Aeroplane spin. Round and round he goes, and they're slamming him down there. Mithras though has Johnny Winston by the throat. Up on the shoulder. Winston busts open Mithras. Misses with the clothesline though. Counter by Johnny Winston. Mithras now bleeding from the forehead. Knee drop across the chin. Down, hooks for leg. 1, 2, and a break up thanks to Pretty Boy. Big right hand. Slams him down to the mat. Rolls his greasy body over the back of the head of Johnny Winston. Winston now tossed to the apron. Comes from steamrolling in, but catches the boot to the face by Johnny Winston. Mithras, Lufez press catches Johnny Winston off guard as he was coming in to attack Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy catches a leg, sweeps it from underneath Mithras, spins him over. And there it is, the ankle lock, locked in deep. Can Mithras drag himself to the ropes? No, fights his way free, pushes Pretty Boy off. Kick to the stomach. DDT now there, Pretty Boy's been busted open. Just a 1 count still. Kick to the chest. Johnny Winston now turns his attention to Mithras. Hammerlock. DDT. Stomp to the arm. Rolls him over. Another submission hold, locked in deep. Pretty Boy Deuce there to break it up though, stomping on the head of Mithras in the same instance. Caught. Johnny Winston too slow there, but he counters. Turns his attention back to Mithras as Pretty Boy Deuce rolls out to the outside. Big right hand. The noose is locked, but Johnny Winston, too fucking exhausted, rolls Mithras over. Can he get the arm over his chest at least? Up to his feet, quickly dives on the body. 1, 2, and 3. And Johnny Winston, given the opportunity, grabs it by both hands. And he will go on to face Brettick for the title. There's that bell clap counter there from Narazo. Welcome to Three Lions Wrestling, presented by UKWF. I'm your host, Ulmarwolf, and you've basically missed the entire show. But it was nice to see a nice... If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe and the ding ding, that way you won't miss another show. But this is not where we're going to end it. There is one more thing that needs to be addressed. And it's 3 women, all after being known as the Knockout Women's Champion. But congratulations, Johnny Winston, going forward to face for the title at the next pay-per-view. just double check these were the people that put in. Here we go, Minerva, and the last one, former champion, the inaugural champion, a little bit dissension within Ruthless UK, it seems. Minerva thinking that she would be the better knockouts champion than Cotton Candy. We'll just make sure this is what I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, no, we don't need that shit. Title on. And here we go. Triple threat for the Knockouts Championship. Minerva, Cassie, Madam Red, and our current champion and resident slut, Cotton Candy. Okay, but here we go. Triple threat. The first ever women's knockout championship. The longest reigning knockout champion in Cotton Candy and Minerva, the Ruthless newest addition. Is there a slight dissension between the Ruthless of Three Lions Wrestling and Ruthless of UKWF's main roster? Tell it how it is, Cassie. Tell it how it is. For these three women, Brandon Ace, welcome to the show. This is the last match of the 2K18 Three Lions Wrestling show, and it's the Women's Knockout Championship. And look at those boobies wobble. Sorry, Warbert. Hubba 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 hubba. Yeah. Cassie, Madam Red. I'm not doing the heights, weights and everything else because we've already seen these women. Woo! These women already come out to the ring tonight. But that's hot piece of Cassie, Madam Red. Our first challenger out. Now let's bring the second challenger of this match. The newest addition to Ruthless Inc. UK. She is Mighty Minerva. And again, wow. Those shorts hug in the right places. Pillar to post, how's it going, Pete Wall? Welcome to the last match of the show. Women's Knockout Championship. Mighty Minerva, Cotton Candy and Cassie, Madam Red. Those shorts look like they're painted on. I've got my paintbrush, Minerva. Will you let me do it next time? But last but not least, she is our women's knockout champion. She's also a tag team champion. Ruthless Own, Cotton Candy. What's wrong, Minerva? What did I do? Cotton Candy now actually ready. I'd say she's dressed to fight, but she's dressed to work the pole, it seems. Flaunting herself down to the ring. Sat across that top turnbuckle. Looking rather flexible, I have to admit. Elimination, knockout, triple threat for this belt right here, the Women's Knockout Championship. Cassie, Minerva, and Cotton Candy. Let's go. And Cassie jumps out of the ring. Cotton Candy goes straight after Minerva. Cassie just standing back and letting it all go on inside the ring. The smart move. Elbow drop to the small of the back by Cotton. Pulls her by the hair, bounces her head off the mat. Now Cassie getting involved with a kick to the gut. Fireman's carry takedown though by Cotton on Cassie. Grabs her by the back of the head. Whips her into the ropes. No, pulls her back. Kitchen sink knee to the stomach. Brought to her knees now is Cassie. Kick to the chest. Cotton Candy looks tiny compared to these women. Minerva coming flying in with a big heavy right hands. Basement DDT. No, Cotton Candy counters. Tosses Cassie. No, Minerva comes in with a punch just as Cassie was about to get tossed across the ring. Double team there by Cotton Candy by Cassie and Minerva. Jawbreaker there. Big spine buster there from Minerva. Tosses her to the side. Brings her back to her feet. Arm drag takedown though by Cassie. Basement DDT countered again by Minerva. Sidewalk slam. Inverted Russian leg sweep. Hangs Minerva up on the ropes. Kick to the side. Minerva, big right hand. Sits her up on the top rope. Looks like Cassie's about to go for a ride and not the type she would like. And it's a superplex to the floor on the outside. Cassie convulsing. Minerva slowly getting back to her feet. Into the ring goes Minerva. Cassie laid out cold. Cotton Candy focused on Minerva. Minerva countering. Fireman's carry takedown. Grabs Cotton Candy by a cheap ass weave. Snapmare takedown by Minerva. Now cranking round the neck. From the work rate that neck of Cotton Candy makes, I'm sure you've got to really work it to make a dent in on it. Big steel chair shot there from Cassie on Minerva. Rocking the skull there. Cassie now done with the chair for this moment. Basement DDT. Still going after the head of Minerva. Looking to knock her the fuck out. Cassie though brings her up. Inverted DDT. Stomping across the throat is Cotton Candy, gloating as she does it. Minerva now slowly back to her feet. Cassie brought up to a standing base. Fireman's carry takedown counter there by Cassie. Misses with the clothesline with Minerva. Catches Cassie this time round. Big spinebuster yet again. Tosses her around to the side. Cotton Candy fights her way out the corner with an elbow strike. Snap suplex. Big right hand. Russian leg sweep. Cotton talking some shit to the crowd here. Waiting for Minerva to get to her feet. Cassie though spoils the party, coming in with a kick to the side of the ribs. Cassie now has her by the back of the hair. Leans her up against those ropes. Combination strikes. Comes running in. Drop kick to the stomach. And Minerva in the corner. Eats a lumbar check. Minerva rolling her way out of the ring. Cassie has her eyes set on Cotton. And here we go. A long kiss. Good night. But not enough to knock Cotton Candy out. Elbow drop to the small of the back. Cassie now, big body splash. Again, waits for Cassie. Cotton Candy doing nothing to fight back. Oh, spoke too soon because there comes the boot to the face. Minerva in with a basement drop kick on the back of Cassie. Cotton now slowly sits Cassie up. Minerva misses with a stiff kick to the spine. Cassie counters Cotton's attempts to grab her by the face. Russian leg sweep by Minerva. Big clothesline in the corner to Cotton Candy. Picks her up. Candy fights back with a punch to the ribs. Big right hand to the face. And here comes the slut drop. Minerva now waits for Cotton Candy to get to her feet. Kick to the stomach, no, blocked. Spinning heel kick to the side of the head. Redneck Avenger, welcome to the show. Nice to see you, nice. Kick to the stomach by Cassie. And here she goes for another long kiss goodnight to Cotton Candy. But Cotton still not going to sleep yet. Inverted DDT from Cassie on Minerva. Cassie, the last woman standing at the moment. Is that how it's going to end this match? Will Cassie be the last one to be left standing, holding the belt in the centre of the ring as we close Three Lions Wrestling for the night? Has her up on her shoulders, slips through, inverted DDT. Cotton Candy now spots Minerva in the corner. Brings her down to the mat the hard way. Big European uppercut by Minerva. Pushes her away like she's nothing. Big right hand to Cassie's head. Hangs her up over the mid rope. Builds up some speed. Drops her across the throat. Leg across the spine. Choking her on that rope as she puts her weight down. Whipped into the corner. Looks like Cassie's going for another ride. Going up, all the way up. Suplex to the centre of the ring. Elbow drop to the small of the back. Cotton Candy now back in the ring. Had the speed on Minerva, then Russian leg sweep. And Minerva's been knocked out by the Russian leg sweep of Cotton Candy. Cotton now eats a kick to the calf. Backbreaker there from Cassie, Madam Red. Big spine buster, drives Cotton Candy into the mat. Brings her up to her feet again. Has her up. Candy slips through. Inverted DDT. Cassie now sat back up. Brought to her knees in front of the Cotton Candy. Candy misses with a kick. Comes running in with that tornado DDT onto the steel chair. Round the ring, Candy into the corner, pacing around, thinking what is she going to do to knock Cassie out. Foot across the throat. Disrespect shown to Cassie. Cotton now brought to her feet. Big right hand. Here comes that slut drop. That's not going to knock out Cassie. But now she's waiting. Oh, what a view. Thank you, cameraman. And there's another slut drop again to Cassie. Cassie sweeps her leg from underneath Cotton Candy. Now, is this going to... Cotton... No! Cotton Candy still in this match. Jawbreaker. Arm drag takedown. Cassie drives... No! Countered there by Cotton Candy. Guillotine DDT there. Drives Cassie's face first into the mat. Waits for her to get back to her feet yet again. And here it comes. Another slut drop. And Cotton Candy retains the belt again with a slut drop. There's a long kiss goodnight. A slut drop to Minerva. Catches the leg. Roundhouse kick. The long kiss goodnight. Minerva, big European uppercut. And still your women's knockout champion. She is the slut of the UKWF. Cotton Candy. And that is it for Three Lions Wrestling tonight. Don't forget, on October 14th we will be holding a tag team tournament for a spot in Slaughterhouse. 16 teams, drop to 1, the winner takes all. But as for now, we're leaving you here with Cotton Candy holding that belt high above her head. This is Ulmarwolf saying good night, stay safe. If you can't be good, if you can't be good, at least be good at being bad. This is Ulmarwolf and I am out of here.